Hi, I'm Susan Brown, and I'm going to jump right in. I want to ask a question. I want to pull a card for artists, about artists, just regarding artists. And I'm going to use my Dakini deck. And yeah, today I've been seeing a lot online about next, um, the new normal. We're never going back to the way things were, how much things have sucked, right? And I agree with all of it. Forget which one of my readings recently said the same thing. I think it was desire. Um, so for artists, it's never been really great for artists. So I'm wondering, in this time of retreat, staying at home, possibly getting sick, maybe dying, from minor to major and everything in between, and what we're all dealing with, we can see, how it's changing our lives, right? People not being able to work, all of it. We all know it all. So what's really changing for artists now? I suppose if you're an artist lucky enough to have a gallery, then that is a big impact. But so few artists are represented by a gallery. What defines whether one is an artist or not? I've been represented by galleries. I've had museum shows. I've curated shows. I've done site-specific public art. I've been awarded public art commissions. And sometimes it just feels like, so what? And it's great, right? And it's great. I think my favorite project was back in 1992, 91. I organized an art exhibit for the Midwives Alliance of North America. Judy Chicago participated, and women from all over the country, some who had significant careers and people who had never exhibited before. And I love that exhibition because there was every level of success that an artist might enjoy. And the topic was a taboo topic, birth art. So, really, it's not a topic you'll see often in art, and there really is a whole silencing around it. So, before I say any more, I want to see what card I pick. And so I'm going to ask for information for us artists, for those wondering about artists. Maybe you are an artist and don't know it, probably. What does that collective muse want to say to us this time? Because if things are really changing and we're not going back, and if there's a new normal, what does that mean for artists? Because I think we need a new normal as much, maybe even more than anyone. So let's see what card I pick. Okay. Ha. Okay. Transformation. Scattering clouds. It's number 13. So transformation, scattering clouds, form and dissolve. I'm going to read a little bit of what I've written about this card. And I'll hold it up as I read. A woman wearing white sits cross-legged on a warm golden sand under a blue cloud-filled sky. Clouds cast shadows, partially hiding her body from view. A bird utters a caw as it flies toward her, emerging from within a cloud to reveal its form. As an artist, I feel like clouds have partially hidden my body, my work, my words, my ability to even navigate, right? So I know my experience as an artist is to, even when you're putting yourself out there, is to feel partially hidden from view by prevailing weather, the prevailing weather of the world, of the culture, of attitudes, of the whole, how we're valued, how we're not valued as artists. I know that during this time of being shut at home, certainly movies and music and many art forms, books, poetry, and the images that proliferate are the result of artists. So the bird flies toward her, emerging from within a cloud to reveal its form. So if we're moving towards a new normal, how is it that I can reveal my form? How is it that artists can reveal their form in this time? Stepping outside of maybe some of the traditional mindsets, forums, ways, ideas about who can show work, the whole evaluation system around art. So someone was talking today online about the caterpillar that goes into the goo stage in order to be a butterfly. So, I think maybe we're in that gooey stage before we emerge as something else. And so I was really inspired to just do this reading, asking artists, like, what do you want to throw out? And what would you like to see in its place? It's a big question, and the answer won't be the same for everyone, for every artist, but I think it's an important question to be asking right now. So I've also written, universal foundations which govern birth and death not only apply to physical form, but also to ideas, philosophies, and business. So that's what I've said, right? So universal foundations. Well, our foundations are crumbling. So what are the new foundations we want to put in place? What's a new imagination for art and artists? Now, the goo doesn't know what being a butterfly means or what that will even look like. So I'm not pretending to have an answer, but I think it's a really exciting and important question for right now. I've also written about this card, transformation, and we're talking about transforming our identity, ideas, ways of being an artist, not only within our own self, within our studios, within the world, and the conversation and appreciation. I mean, art throughout ages has influenced next. It predicts next. Artists are usually a generation at least ahead of everything else. So this is a good time to look to artists. Call up your friend who's an artist and have a real conversation with them, because they're probably pointing to where that goo is going, but that which is about to become the butterfly. So redefining ego as inveterate storyteller, because repurposing, rebuilding, and transformation are tools to move from one stage to another. Let's move, let's go, let's embrace it. We're in the not knowing now, but we feel the goo. I felt it today. I've also written, change constantly reinvents physical conditions so immortal, empty consciousness can evolve. And I think the consciousness around being an artist in every aspect is evolving. Yay. So the question, every card in my deck has a question at the end. And this question is, what is changing right before your eyes? What is changing right before your eyes? Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like, and I'd love to hear your comments.